Hey guys, and welcome back to TEW. We are, of course, Classic Championship Wrestling. And if you missed the last episode, let's go over some of the shows when I can see it here. So we'll start from 2 months beforehand. Xia Xiao defeated Alex Garcia. The Circus and the Disciples clashed, and Oni El Bandito finally debuted. Pac defeated Kumi Baba. Swoggle had replica Lycos 2 mask and tried to trick Lycos 1, which failed spectacularly. Ultrasonic defeated JJ Garin, LSG. Femme Fatale planned to use the numbers to their advantage. Blanc defeated Ryzen. Kenzie Page would defeat Suzuki, Valkyrie, Gigi Ray, Rebelco, and Tekla. As you'll see, there was Kenzie Page, Gigi Ray, and Rebelco all from Femme Fatale in that, so of course the numbers advantage worked. And Chris Ridgway and Ken Blackwood defeated Lycos Jim after being forced to tag together. At Test of Wills, Pac defeated Cody Chun. Lycos Jim defeated Ace Romero and KTB. We had Kevin Blackwood and Chris Ridgway and Ultrasonic clash in a promo. Infamy defeated the American Guns. Swoggle asked Cajun to put on a Lycos mask, but Cajun had lost it. Baba defeated Ricky Knight Jr. to retain the Junior World Heavyweight title. Valkyrie planned to retain her Women's World title in an Iron Man match. Chris Ridgway and Kevin Blackwood would defeat Ultrasonic after Chris Ridgway would cheat to win in a 70 rated match. And Valkyrie would defeat Suzu, Tekla, and Kenzie Page in a 30-minute Iron Man match to retain her Women's World title. At the next show, in the pre-show, we had Takumi Baba and Suzuki defeat Ryzen and Alma Jardine. Femme Fatale defeated Alex Garcia and the Hall Sisters, and then stated that they would not be overlooked. Drexel vowed to destroy what he created, while Gia Miller plans to bury him in the same body bag he had kidnapped people in for so long. Ricky Knight Jr. defeated Baron Black, and then claimed that he wanted Takumi Baba at the next show for his Junior World title again. The Circus and the Disciples were caught brawling once again. Midnight Heat defeated the Cook Brothers. Chris Ridgway said that Kevin Blackwood should be thankful that he made him the first ever double champ in Classic Championship Wrestling, but he still wants his World Heavyweight title. Kevin Blackwood and Chris Ridgway would then defeat Brock Martyr and Royce Isaacs. Swoggle called a Prawn Patrol meeting claiming that they had lost their touch. A Valkyrie defeated Abandon, and then Ashley Flair, aka Charlotte Flair, would debut as the new women's #1 contender. And in the post-show, Tekla defeated Ida Bradley. And then at Betrayal, Lycos Jim defeated the American Guns and Infamy. The Circus and the Disciples were caught brawling all throughout the arena, including through the fans. Suzuki defeated Hanako. Femme Fatale beat down Suzu. Takumi Baba defeated Ricky Knight Jr. to retain his Junior Heavyweight title, in which Roderick Strong would attack Takumi Baba after the match. Randy Orton was revealed as the new Classic Championship Wrestling Commissioner due to just how everyone is running riot on the company. Kevin Blackwood defeated Cody Chan and King Cash to retain his World Heavyweight title. Claudio Castagnoli would make his debut, defeating Tetsuya Naito in a special singles match. And Valkyrie defeated Seiya Kamitana to retain the Women's World title. Ashley Flair would come out to end the show, telling Valkyrie that she only has one more month left with that title. So with that being said, let's check out our finances, and you'll see we're making some big profit every month now, which is awesome. And news-wise, there isn't really anything else. So we will skip ahead, any news we'll talk about, and if not, I'll see you at the next show. Okay, I thought we'd go over WWE Bad Blood, since this is going to be a short episode, just because obviously still struggling with the migraines. So, let's look at the results of this quickly. We won't check the pre-show, because the pre-show is always just super weird. But matches-wise, we have Andrade and the Family defeating Carmelo Hayes, Edris Enoff, and Malik Black in a ladder match. Malik Blade in a ladder match. Daniel Bryan and Dominic Mysterio defeated Joe Gacy and Sheamus in a cage match. Liv Morgan defeated Natalya in a cage match. Io Sky defeated Bayley, Gigi Dolan, and Jade Cargill in a ladder match. Nia Jax defeated Elektra Lopez in a dog collar match for the WWE Women's World title. Pete Dunne defeated Ilya Dragunov. Sami Zayn defeated Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and Uncle Howdy for the US title. Tiffany Stratton defeated Julia in a cage match. There's a lot of cage matches. Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins defeated Axiom and Nathan Frazer in a cell match for the tag team titles. Becky Lynch defeated Rhea Ripley in a cage match for the women's title. Who would have guessed that? The Miz defeated Drew McIntyre and Bron Breakker. And in the main event, Chad Gable defeated LA Knight for the undisputed WWE title. What a main event. Got a nice little Kenny Omega promo. Wasn't wrestling, which is kind of a shock. Unless they put him on the pre-show, which they haven't. Interesting. Okay, it's time for our next show, and I've given people the night off already. For this show, we are coming back to the Midwest. Perfect. Finalise our broadcasters, let's get us on everything. A booking, team meeting, we're going to save our creative energy. Locker room incidents. Abandon's asked if we can use them tonight. Sure. I have a use for you. Wants to hang out backstage. Brian Vecchio. Yeah, we've used him a few times. He can come. Kinsey Page and Chris Ridgway have been getting on particularly well. So Kinsey Page has the lively personality and Chris Ridgway has the people person personality. Cool, that's a nice people to get along. We use both of these guys very regularly. So if we can get some harmony backstage, that'd be awesome. Notice brightened the mood backstage after doing several funny cartoon drawings. Hanako brightened the mood after doing more funny cartoon drawings. We did training for Rebel Kell, Gigi Ray and Ida Bradley. And Notice and Crawdad. Cool. Address the locker room. Let's medal. Can we make friends between... Not Ashley Flair. Let's do Kathy Kelly. A Valkyrie, maybe? We'll find out. Okay, so let's book the show and I'll see you on the results page. Okay, in our pre-show match, we had Femme Fatale take on Alma Jardine, Peggy Gonzalez and Ellen Diaz. This is pretty much a nothing match. It's just to work the crowd and to get Gigi Ray and Rebel Kell some matches. So Rebel Kell got a 47, Gigi Ray got a 38, Kinsey Page was a 65, unsurprising. Diaz with the 8, Gonzalez with a 25 and Jardine with the 18. And our first match on the main show, we had Hanako defeat Abandon in 8 minutes. Wrestling rating of 38 and a segment rating of 41. Hanako the 37 and Abandon with the 38. We then get Adrian Ortiz losing to Roderick Strong. Roderick Strong was off his game, but still got 57. Ortiz got 28. So overall, 42 wrestling rating and 44 segment rating. We cut to the back where Commissioner Orton is talking to Blanc and Ricky Knight Jr., in which Roderick Strong would later join them. And essentially, at the next show, Randy Orton has booked Blanc versus Ricky Knight Jr. versus Roderick Strong. The winner will face Takumi Baba for the Junior World Heavyweight title. Everyone, apart from Blanc... Oh no, so Blanc and Ricky Knight Jr. didn't do well without a script. Orton was a star, obviously, but I'm hoping by having them improvise, some of those mic skills will rub off. Overall, 44 segment rating, I'll take it. We then get Ultrasonic taking on Ryzen and Robert Marta. Sonico sustained a cracked tailbone, that's not good. But Radar got 64, Sonico got 65, Marta got 32, and Ryzen got 38. Sonico shone in this match, awesome. The great performance of Radar really stood out. What a team these guys are, man. Wrestling rating of 50 and a segment rating of 47. Sonico's, yeah, cracked tailbone. We cut to the back where Prawn Patrol are in their little office, imagine like the APA office, where Swoggle brings out a little whiteboard for them to write down all their clues as to who Lycos 2's identity is. And when he asks them what evidence they have so far, silence fills the room. When it loads, come on game. There we go. We then cut to the back where Gia Miller is doing a promo saying that she wants Drexel's soul. Halfway through the promo, we would have the circus run in and attack the disciples for an all-out brawl to start once again. Gia Miller did not do well without a script. That's unexpected. Tyler Bateman has a gimmick that's getting stale, so we need to freshen that up. Overall, a segment rating of 29 though. We then get Serena Deeb taking on Ida Bradley, once again just to get Ida Bradley some matches, although Ida Bradley has great chemistry with Serena Deeb, so that's really good to know. Wrestling rating of 43 and a segment rating of 60. Serena Deeb got 68 and Ida Bradley got 17. This could be a match we have to run a few times in different areas just to get Ida Bradley's skills up, especially if they can put on a performance like this. Once again, we cut to the back where Kevin Blackwood and Chris Ridgway have been called into Commissioner Orton's office. Orton has stated that Ridgway and Blackwood must get along. They will have no World Heavyweight title matches against each other. And they cannot deliberately lose the tag team titles. Once they lose the titles, it's fair game. Ridgway can have his World Heavyweight title matches, if Blackwood's obviously the champ, but until then, they have to get along as a team, and if they lose the tag team titles on purpose, both men are fired from the company. Nice little rating of 54, and all three men performed really well. We then get Valkyrie taking on Xia Zhao, a 51 segment with a 44 wrestling rating. Valkyrie with the 52 and Xia Zhao with the 36, both women off their game, that's not ideal. We then cut to the screen, or the Titantron, whatever you want to call it, where Ashley Flair is being interviewed by Kathy Kelly and essentially says that she's really glad that Valkyrie is keeping that women's world title warm for her and that she'll see her at the next show. 62 segment rating. And then our main event for the World Tag Team titles, Chris Ridgway and Kevin Blackwood would defeat EJ Naguka and Hoodfoot, a 42 wrestling rating and a 48 segment rating. So Ridgway got a 57. He was the best man in the match. Interesting. Blackwood got 55, Hoodfoot with the 41, and Naguka with the 14. So overall, a 49 show. Increased our popularity in 23 regions. That's okay. We'll address the locker room. Who did really good? We'll give it to Roderick Strong. We'll give it to Randy, because he's obviously been just performing incredible. And I think we'll give it to Radar as well, because he has been awesome for us. So seem pleased, seem pleased, seem pleased. Injury review, Sonico can work through it, but it's only for 30 days, so that's okay. Financial report, we still made $5,000 despite having so many expensive people. Popularity recap, so we have gained in some areas, which is nice. Okay, so after the show, we have some news. Ashley Flair says that Drexel doesn't get it when it comes to working a crowd. Fire him and find someone who does know how to work. That is blasphemy. Drexel is a living legend of classic championship wrestling. We got 18,899 viewers, not bad. And Sonico's unfortunately injured. If we check out our finances quick, almost $8,000 in profit so far. Nice. Okay, time to book our next show. We're going to Northwest. This is our Halloween themed pay-per-view, so it's CCW's Devil's Playground. Get ourselves on every broadcaster. Booking team, we're going to leave it as it is. The meet sees you and D'Lo Brown get along especially well. Okay, cool. D'Lo did training for Rebel Co and Gigi Ray. Address the locker room, let's inspire. And let's get this show booked on our Dream Results page. Okay, and our first match on the show. Roderick Strong would defeat Blanc and Ricky Knight Jr. in 14 minutes. Wrestling rating of 57 and a segment rating of 62. Blanc got 53, Ricky Knight Jr. got 56, and Roderick Strong got 62. This means Strong will now face Baba. Femme Fatale would defeat Session Moth Martina and the Hall Sisters in 13.5 minutes. A wrestling rating of 55 and a segment rating of 61. Rebel Cal got 52, Gigi Ray got 35. Kenzie Page with the 73, holy hell. Lisa Hall got 51, Bambi Hall got 65, and Session Moth Martina got 51. Post-match, Suzu Suzuki would return with a kendo stick and beat all three members of Femme Fatale. This got a segment rating of 60, nice. We then move to our tag team title match in which the old champions, the Church of Disciples, get to face Kevin Blackwood and Chris Ridgway. Wrestling rating of 49 and a segment rating of 48. Ridgway and Blackwood would retain. Kevin Blackwood has a gimmick that is getting stale. We'll fix that, don't worry. Ridgway got 57, Blackwood got 58, Kerry Awful 39, and Eric Cannon 43. The match would end with Drexel attacking Eric Cannon. Which means post-match, obviously, the Circus and Disciples clash once again. We then cut to the back, where Kathy Kelly is interviewing Pac and Claudio Castagnoli, who are forming an alliance to dominate Classic Championship Wrestling. The debuting Keith Lee would defeat Davey Boy Smith Jr. in 10.5 minutes with the Spirit Bomb, a wrestling rating of 50 and a segment rating of 54. Keith Lee got a 49, and Davey Boy Smith Jr. got a 51. Keith Lee with a great gimmick rating, perfect. We then get the first match of Pac and Claudio Castagnoli teaming together. That should be Kevin Cook, not Kevin Blackwood. Pretend that's Kevin Cook. Claudio Castagnoli got 72, Pac on 84, god damn. Kevin Blackwood 73, Brian Cook 34. Well, we're going to pretend that's Kevin Cook. We do need a team name for Pac and Claudio Castagnoli. We could call them the Death Riders, I guess, because of AEW. But if you have a name for them, let me know. Segment rating of 77 though. Pac with an 84 is crazy. We then get a video package showing the matchup between Ashley Flair and Valkyrie. And then Ashley Flair would dethrone Valkyrie in 21 minutes to win the Women's World title. Valkyrie got 72 and Ashley Flair got 61. So this got a wrestling rating of 66 and a segment rating of 62. And Ashley Flair is the new Women's World Champion. So this show increased our popularity in 24 regions, overall rating of 59. Let's address the locker room. It has to go to Pac. Performed amazingly. Valkyrie performed amazingly as well, and Kenzie Page. All three with 70 and above performances. Seemed pleased, was very happy. Financial report, we made almost $17,000 from that one show. Increased popularity, went out to 47 in the Northwest. Okay, it's the day after the show. So David Boy Smith Jr. has gone. He only had one match with us. Almost 21,000 viewers for our Devil's Playground pay-per-view. And Pac says Session Moth Martinez poor in-ring psychology and is probably not worth keeping around. Well, we're keeping her for now. It is the end of the month though, or the start of the new month I should say, which means it is the end of this episode. If we just go to our merchandise, this fully upgraded, and you can see we made $5,000 just from Randy Orton's merchandise alone. Naito was our second. Nice. Ashley Flair third. Valkyrie fourth. Kevin Blackwood sixth. Valkyrie fourth. Kevin Blackwood fifth. Pac sixth. Then Claudio Castagnoli. Suzu Suzuki in the top 10. You love to see it. Awesome. If we come to our finances, we get 80 grand up. That is incredible. Making an absolute killing with these shows now. And if we come to our size, we need 59. So we're so close. 12 more popularity points when we move up. Well, I really hope you've enjoyed this episode of Classic Championship Wrestling. A big thank you to all the members of the channel. So thank you to Genevieve Sweet for being a member. Don't forget, guys, if you want to support the channel, you can by becoming a member today. You just have to press the join button on screen for less than a cup of coffee a month. Regardless, I really do hope you've enjoyed. If you have, please drop the episode a like. It helps us tremendously. Let us know in the comments what you thought about the episode, any booking ideas, titles, signings, tournaments, all that fun stuff. Don't forget, we have got everything for your wrestling needs, whether it is podcast predictions, TEW, other wrestling games, other fantasy bookings, predictions, reviews, you name it, we probably have it somewhere. And hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.